Hi. I don't know how this is going. Maybe like that. Great lighting. Oh, oh, don't want to show a tit. I know I've been doing a lot of videos. This yoga shirt, it's all ripped up and everything, but it used to be tight on me. So I think it's upside down. God, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Is that better? Who knows? Who cares? But I just realized that, God, my eyes look like all. I am a mess. God, look at me. Hi. If I look down here, I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, I, even though in my last video, which was just a few hours ago, and I was all, I'm standing tall. Then I go inside and I'm like, there's nothing to eat in this house because I ate it. And basically, I want to say that I understand that both me and my sister Rebecca are going through transformation. I actually watched reading. My friend, you should follow her. She's Gypsy Soul Hippie Heart here on YouTube, and she's quite intuitive, and she's very empathic and very good at, I can't manage this, very good at, God, tits. You stay over here. This one wants to go over there. But anyway. And the first card she pulled was about transformation, and it clicked with me. I'm like, you know what? My sister Rebecca, this is blinding me. My sister Rebecca and I are going through transformation. And so it's hard. Transformation is hard. And so my goal is to continue to go through it with her. And I hope that she still wants to be my friend because I love her with all my heart. And I think Sarah's going through a major transformation. And so, God, look at my finger stubs. I'm so critical of myself. I'm fine. I'm old. Give me a break. But I'm talking to myself. Sarah's going through a transformation. I mean, she fell and she hurt herself, but I just think it's all going to end up good. Like, it's the process. It's the process that she has to go through. And I'm going through a process that I have to go through. And my sister Rebecca's going through a major process that she has to go through. And I just want us all to hold tight because we're sisters and we've always been friends. We've had years where we were not friends, but in the deep pit of despair, we've always been friends. We've had the most fun together in our lives. And, I look forward. Our plans are, when all this shit pandemic, if it ever ends, would be to go to Tuscany. I've always wanted to go ever since I read the book Under a Tuscan Sun and then saw the movie Under a Tuscan Sun with, oh my God, I forgot her name. She's one of my favorite actresses. Oh my God, that's horrible. But, one of my favorite movies ever. I know, girl movie, I suppose. And I don't really go for those. Usually I go for horror. But in this case, I enjoy it. And, so that's a huge thing. That's going to happen. And I'm going to work really hard to make sure that it does. And I'm not going to preach to Sarah all the time about what she needs to do. She has to make these decisions by herself. And obviously, I've said this before, but obviously I need to work on me, do my transformation, get my life in order. And then that's the example that I'm hoping Sarah will follow. So I'm an artist. I may not be any good, but I am an artist. I'm a writer. I may not be any good, but I'm a writer, you know? And I'm going to start living my life as I am, and I am an artist. Um, and I want to be healthy. I want to be strong. You know, Inwardly, I am strong, and I do have muscles because carrying this fat ass around takes strength. Okay. I'm going to get stem cells, and I'm fixing my knees via stem cells. I'm not going to get a surgery. Everyone who's ever had knee surgery, I mean, I'm sure I say that now. There's probably someone out there going, the best experience of my life. But most people, my older sister had knees and she still gimps around. My mom had her knees done. She's an example of success because she was walking in 3 days. Jesus. But we cannot forget that my mother is a vampire slayer, and so she heals very quickly. And that's what I've told Sarah. You have vampire slayer blood in you, so you should heal very quickly, as I do. But and I have a friend, Lin Lin. She's an actress in Hollywood, and something she said to me under my post when I was upset about Sarah. Just constantly, 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 constantly say to yourself, everything's going my way. Everything's going my way. Everything works out for me. See, I usually always say everything's going my way. And I found that if I'm saying that, it is better when I arrive at my destination. So she actually told me to say, everything works out for me. Everything works out for me. Everything works out for me. And like an idiot, you say it over and over again, but it works because eventually it becomes who you are. Everything works out for me. That's who I am. Everything's going my way. That's who I am. I mean, and like one thing I know I've mentioned before that's kind of corny, but my sister Becky and I do it, and now Sarah does it, is we say, we're ballers. That commercial, the refrigerator that makes the ball ice cubes. To me, that represents success. Like once you're a baller, you got nothing but good things coming. So I'm a baller, okay? And I swear some people think I'm from New York because I talk fast, but I also say things like, get a cup of coffee. Anyway, I'm from the Bronx. I don't know what. I'm sure I'll be corrected by a New Yorker. But I feel happy. I'm still really sad. My heart is broken, but you have to break shit sometimes to fix it. And I want this channel to have real content, I mean, yeah, it's fun for me to go, anywho, and chatter away. But it's better to actually have content. So another goal is to get a camera that I can set up and record and then edit, so I can, if my boob comes out, I can take it out. On my phone, I'm sure there's somebody you can edit on the phone, but I don't want to do it. And I am kind of a rambler by trade. I'll go on and on and on. That's my life. So when I do my speaking tours, they will have a lot of chatter. But anyway, um, another thing I've said to myself for years is that Oprah Winfrey, puts my book on one of her shows. It's like, Amy's book is really good. I loved it. And I'll be like, Oprah, girl, can we go to your house in Hawaii? But anyway, and she'll go, yes, because, everybody wants to be my friend, including Oprah and Stedman and Gail. Let's not forget Gail. And Lady Gaga is my friend. And Lisa Loeb is my friend. Sam Champion is my friend. I have a lot of famous friends. But anyway, they don't know it. But I know it. They know it intrinsically. But, that's where I come from. We're all connected. I am connected to Sam Champion. I mean, I love him. I adore him. I miss that he's not on the national news, but I still follow him on Twitter, and so I get to see him a lot. It makes me happy. It's just even if it's like people that aren't there, you have to surround yourself with positive people. And so I've got to be more positive. It's okay to have a breakdown. I say that because I had one, but it is okay because, you know, you gotta, we're human. We're going to break down. That's how it goes. Look how big my forehead is. Hello, big brain. But I do feel better. I feel better about a lot of things. Blocking the camera with my hand, but this hand has to rest. Um, and I'm going to feel worse again. That's how it goes. But I just want to thank my friend Kimberly. You should go subscribe to her channel, Gypsy Soul Hippie Heart, Hippie Heart, spelled as it should be. And she is very sweet, but she's got it. Whatever that is, she is a medium and very good. When I first met her, I was crying out for my mother every night, every day. And I call out, Mama, Mama, can you hear me? And I cry and cry. I miss my mom so much. She did a reading for me, and the first thing she said was, I keep hearing Mama. I keep hearing Mama. And I want to say that Mama loves you. And Mama hears you. It still is awesome, and so, like, when I visit Mom now, I know she knows who I am, even if she doesn't know, in that moment, she knows on a, subconscious level. She is aware that I'm there, and that even when I'm not in her face, we're together. She sees me. But anyway, I just want to say too that I apologize to my sister Becky, because I meant no harm. The fact is that Becky lives currently in Indianapolis, and now she's going to be moving to another state. So she's not close to me. But when she did live here in Fort Wayne, she always came when Sarah was hospitalized to be with me and Sarah. So I let Sarah down this time, but I really think that I was a part of my problem here lately is I'm mourning Becky's support, because she would come with me, and Becky knows the correct things to ask. She knows, how to speak to people and get information. Whereas I'm like, okay, will she live? Bye-bye, because I'm more sensitive in that I just am a blubbery mess. And I need to change that too, just for my own life. And for Sarah, I have to be like I was at the group home when I was with a client at the doctor, or if there was an emergency, we had to go to the emergency room. I had to have all the information. I had to know what to say. I didn't know what to ask because it was my job. And so I have to do that again. And I hate it because I'm going through a state right now where I'm like lazy about everything. I hate everything. I don't want to cook. I don't want to make a shake, a smoothie I use Sun Warrior products. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do laundry. I finally found a pair of underwear, thank God. But I'm lazy. It's like I'm going through of course I've always been lazy, but I'm going through a time where I'm like super lazy. Like my light bulb, that's why I have this light, because my light bulb in my room, the light up there, went out. And I can't find my grabber, so I just go in the dark. That's lazy. I'm not saying that to be mean to myself. Maybe I need to be lazy, but I don't want to be lazy anymore. Like when we first bought this house, and I actually the job I had, I worked, well, I started out 3 to 11, Sunday through Thursday. And then I went to 1 to 9. But even during 1 to 9 hours, I would get up, have coffee, something to eat, work out for an hour, clean the house, take a shower, and go. I mean, that's like if I take a bath, that's one thing. That's all I can do. I mean, Jesus, heaven on earth. That's not enough to have a good quality life. Not for me. I've decided. So, not to say that those kind of days will go away forever, but I've got to push myself more. Motivation does not come easily to me. Once I had a reading done, and she said, oh my God, you've got Jupiter as your planet. I mean, that's abundance. That's abundance of love and health and wealth and blah, blah, blah. But something's blocking it. And I know I've talked about it before, I think. I don't know if I did on here, but, I'm the block. I'm the planet blocking the planet. And I just have to stop, And I also think my friend Amanda, we went through yoga teacher training together, and she suffers from physical chronic pain too. She's probably the one person that I know that really knows what this is like to live every day, mashing up my dog's food because they don't have teeth or not good teeth, and so they have to have everything soft. It's like I find myself going, ugh, ugh, smashing up dog food. And, it's living with that chronic pain and staying positive. And she's actually raising children. So, Jesus, I don't know how the hell she does it. But she's always been my little buddy, if I needed help during teacher training, she was there. I mean, I didn't even have to ask twice. She would help me no matter what. Save seats for me during, events like when Catherine Buttig came to Prana Yoga and, saved me a seat. Didn't have to do that, did. I just have to think about all these people that are in my life. Claudia, beautiful, beautiful woman, sings like an angel, okay, and hilarious as hell. I mean, I've got so many people I know that are just awesome and think about me. Tracy, she sells the nail things that you put on your nails. It's not like regular nail polish, it's like an application. She thinks of me and sends me a sample. It's like I feel like I'm French. So sometimes I focus on what's not good. If French people, say la vie, life sucks, and that was also my father. I mean, he would be like, well, it's not supposed to be heaven on earth. He was very French, whether he knew it or not. His nose was so French. I just miss him. But a funny story. My dad had a deep, deep forever tan because as a farmer, he was always out. And, he didn't put sunscreen on or anything like that. So he was incredibly dark. He reminded me of, if you guys remember, the older people might, Jacques Cousteau, God, I couldn't say it, very tan like that. And my niece, Noelle, had like a grandparents' day in grade school. And she drew a picture of mom and dad, her grandparents. And when dad arrived, the teachers were shocked because Noelle had colored grandpa's skin really dark. So they thought grandpa's a black man. No, he's French. But that story, I know people get sick of hearing it, but to me was probably the best story about my mom and dad. Just hilarious. But anywho, the goal for me, okay, here are my goals. Get started the planning process to go to Tuscany. And I would like to stay a month. I don't want to waste my time with a week's vacation. Because in a week, all you get done is resting from your travel there. Then you do a few things quickly, run around like a mad person, and then you leave. I have to have a month, okay? And then that gives you time too to travel to other countries because Europe, it's like traveling state to state. But so I want to plan for that. That's going to take a lot of planning. I want to get a camera that is more appropriate to being a YouTuber. And so it can show real content and show you what I'm doing and all that kind of stuff. And I need to clean. Obviously, that's still a goal because I have to, for me, some people can sit on a rock and write. I have to sit down at a table. My table, my dining room table currently is covered with mounds of clothes and paperwork and shit. So I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piles of clothes downstairs. Okay. Not counting my huge pile of everything here in my bedroom. Oh my God. I have to stop being a stacker. I'm a total stacker. And what else? That's good for now. I have to just be happy. I have to keep saying everything's going my way. Everything works out for me. I'm a baller. I've got many positive people on my side. You know, I can't remember his name, but I always feel like he's on my side. He played the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz, and he also in another movie sang the song "Once in Love with Amy, Always in Love with Amy." And when I was a little girl and I saw that, I was like, "Oh my God, that's a song about me!" And my mom would sing it to me, which made it special. So I always felt like he was on my side. I can't think of his name, and I think that's true because, like I said, we're all connected. So, you've got all these positive people around you. Use it. And I'm going to need, like Lin Lin said, I'm going to have to, like, smack myself in the face constantly, repeating affirmations. I used to have a friend who said, too, some mornings she'd wake up and she has cats, so she never had to like rush. I have to get up because they're gonna go, but I have dogs. But she would have to lay in bed sometimes. She said an hour just repeating positive affirmations because she would feel so low. And so she would have to do that to finally get out of bed. And so I have to really do that myself. And I'm going to. And I done with the smoking. I had my stint and I got rid of them because I'm like, ugh, I can't. I couldn't even pretend I enjoyed it. I've gotten past the point of where it's, enjoyable for me. And that's good. So, and tomorrow I going to get up in the morning. I have to make a few business calls. And then I'm going to go to the grocery and I'm going to buy vegetables and vegetables and vegetables. I already have apples, a lot of apples. I have some plums. They were supposed to be for Sarah, but fuck her, they're mine now. I have like oatmeal and things like that, so I don't need that. I have like 3 dozen eggs, but I think they're all done because I don't know if I ever told you, but I boiled eggs and one came out like green poop and and it was obviously a bad egg, but I just threw them all away. And now I'm like, eggs? I can't do eggs unless I'm baking something. I can't. And I used to like eggs. I'd fry an egg and put it on top of a baked potato or stir fry. But now I'm like, eggs. Um, but, I'm going to get a lot of, not too much though, because that's another thing I have to learn is I can't buy, I'm not a family of 8. If I buy too much, then I'm like, oh, it went bad, so I have to be cognizant of what I can ingest, like a week. And so I've got my plan set. and I'm going to do it. And I want everything to work out for me, and I want everything to work out for you. Um, I want us all to be winners. I want all of us to be healthy. I want all of us to be loved. I want all of us to be strong. I want all of us to have success. You know, I don't I don't wish anybody ill. I want everybody to be well, and I want to send that love out to you and hug you virtually, and you know just I'm giving it all to you, and I know I'm getting it back. I know it. And another thing I did, which I haven't done, is I washed my face, and I actually did all my serums. So, in case you notice, I'm like 25 years younger. I'm 25 again. But anyway, um, I really am happy, and I don't care now about, like, I don't care if I don't sleep. I don't care if, it doesn't go perfectly, but I know everything's going my way. And thank you to Lin Lin for reaching out to me on Facebook. Thank you to Robin for reaching out for me. And I would love to hear from you tomorrow night if you want, or later, because it's already early morning. But, I love my sister Becky very much. I love her so much. And I love Sarah with all my heart and soul. I love her. I always say I'd give her my still beating heart if it meant that she could totally have a happy life. I would do it. I love my mom with all my heart. I love my dad. I love my babies, and I love you all. So even if we haven't talked in a long time, I love you with all my heart. Now I'm going to get off here before I start, singing. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for being with me on my, as I write this book. I hate saying on my journey. I don't know why, but I just don't like it. I have to think of other ways to talk, because saying on my journey, I just think it's been overdone. Thank you for supporting me on my path. There you go. And I'll support you on your path. Reach out to me, make a comment, whatever. And I love you all. We're all connected. Good night or good morning. See ya.